This is Lacy Robertson, the hardest working woman in mortgage and real estate nationwide, and I'm here to bring you this week's report of California companies that will be laying off a significant amount of workforce where we received and processed their notice between January 8th, 2026 and January 14th, 2026. Now, if you're new to me, before I ask you to like the video, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, you're probably wondering, okay, I thought this channel was about mortgage and real estate. What does layoff information have to do with mortgage and real estate? I'm glad you asked because guess what? A girl's got an answer. So, as many years ago, I was super excited. I was getting ready to purchase a piece of property. Woohoo! And the seller was getting ready to get the proceeds from the sale of their property. Woohoo! I signed loan documents. I went back to work hours later, and I find out that myself and 399 other people were getting laid off that day. Oh my goodness. Imagine you're buying a property, your loan is getting ready to close in less than 48 hours, and you find out you no longer have a job. You can only imagine what was going on in my mind. Yikes. I was like, I can't buy this house. I don't have a job. How am I going to make the payment? No, 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 no. Everything was going on in my head. You can only imagine. So I get on the phone. I call my mortgage broker at the time. I call my real estate broker at the time. I said, look, I don't have a job. You can't fund the loan. And thankfully, I was able to unravel the transaction. But the bad thing about that, I lost money in the process, right? I didn't get my deposit back. It wasn't the seller's fault that I have removed all my contingencies. I was following the contract that I lost my job. Wasn't even my fault that I lost my job. However, I didn't get my deposit back. There was money I paid up front for inspections, home inspection, pest inspection, the appraisal report. There's certain monies that I did not get back. And the reason why I share this information is twofold. One, what would you do differently if there was a possibility that you might get laid off? What would you do differently? Would you not buy that new house or new car? Would you not go on that shopping spree? Would you not go on that lavish vacation? Would you start to kind of open up that business you've always been wanting to start, but you put it on the back burner? Would you write that new book or sell that new product? Like, what would you do differently if there was a possibility that you might get laid off? Listen. Would you dust off that resume, update it, and put some fillers out there and see if other employers in your field or perhaps a different field are hiring and beat other people to the punch? Like, what would you do differently? So that's the first reason why I share the information. The second reason why I share the information is I want you to know you don't have to lose your house just because you lost your job or you're facing a financial hardship. I've literally been helping clients for years lower their mortgage payment, make it more affordable so they don't have to exhaust all their savings trying to make their mortgage payment month after month after month, right? So it's twofold, the reason why I share this information. Now, there's temporary options like a forbearance plan. But then there's more permanent options like a modification or a refinance or perhaps a repayment plan, a little temporary in nature. But these plans, these options are not automatic. You have to pick up the phone and call 714-914-7254. They're not automatic. There's programs available, but they are not going to beg you to, your lender is not going to beg you to apply. They're going to send you out notifications and everything, but you want to call me so I can get you help, get you the help that you need. How about that? So let me get into this list. That's the reason why I share the information, because if you or somebody you know has been laid off, you don't have to lose your house because you lost your job or you're facing a financial hardship. I want you to be informed. I don't want you to get caught off guard like I was. So this week we got 19 entries. That's not 19 different companies. I said 19 entries, which means some companies are laying off multiple days or different locations. So we got 19 entries. Okay. So bear with me. And then if you stay tuned, I'm going to show you what I was able to do for one of my clients. Okay. So let me get into this list. I'm going to give you the list in alphabetical order. by name, obviously, of the company. I'm going to let you know the date they're laying off, whether the layoff is permanent, temporary, if the company is closing altogether. I'll let you know how many people they're laying off and the location. Okay, so let's get started. These are California companies laying off a significant amount of workforce where we received and processed their notice between January 8th, 2026 and January 14th, 2026. Here we go. Oh, yeah, no problem. Okay. Top of the list. January 9th, Alameda Health System is laying off permanently 9 people at 2070 Clinton Avenue in Alameda. You have March 9th, Alameda Health System is laying off 44 people, and these are permanent layoffs, at 15400 Foothill Boulevard in San Leandro. March 9th, Alameda Health System laying off permanently 16 people at 2060 Fairmont Drive in Leandro. March 9th, Alameda Health System laying off permanently 3 people at 2401 Blanding Avenue in Alameda. March 9th, Alameda Health System laying off permanently 22 people at 13855 East 14th Street in San Leandro. March 9th, Alameda Health System laying off permanently 18 people at 7677 Oakport Street in Oakland. You have March 9th, Alameda Health System laying off permanently 128 people at 1411 East 31st Street in Oakland. You have March 13th, Copen Diagnostics Inc. is closing permanently. They're laying off 79 people at 2728 Loker Avenue West in Carlsbad. March 11th, Casina in Noteca Del Mar, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, is laying off permanently 43 people at 2730 Via de la Valle in Del Mar. February 27th, HUP Draft Services is closing permanently. They're laying off 75 people at 70 Lauren Avenue in Chico. February 28th, Informatica LLC is laying off permanently 35 people at 2100 Seaport Boulevard in Redwood City. March 13th, Local Initiative Health Authority, also known as Los Angeles County or LA Care Health, is laying off permanently 225 people at 1200 West 7th Street in Los Angeles. March 18th, Macy's is closing permanently, laying off 77 people at 5500 Grossmont Center Drive in La Mesa. March 13th, Nestle is closing permanently. They're laying off 88 people at 3450 Dulles Drive in Miraloma. March 8th, Pomona Hospital Medical Center is laying off permanently 1 person at 1601 North Monte Vista Avenue in Claremont. You have March 8th, Pomona Hospital Medical Center is also laying off permanently 108 people at 1798 North Gary Avenue in Pomona. And then March 8th, Pomona Hospital Medical Center is laying off permanently 4 people at 300 South Park Avenue in Pomona. March 6th, Wabash National LP is laying off permanently 6 people at 1190 Harley Knox Boulevard in Paris. And then March 6th, Wabash National LP is laying off permanently 94 people at 22135 Alessandro Boulevard in Moreno Valley, excuse me. So that's the end of this week's list of California companies that will be laying off a significant amount of workforce where we received and processed their notice between January 8th and January 14th, 2026. Now remember, if you've experienced a loss of income due to a death, divorce, illness, injury, layoff, or natural disaster, I want you to know you don't have to lose your house just because you lost your job or you're facing a financial hardship. I told you guys, I've been helping clients for years. I mean years. Lower their mortgage payment. Make it more affordable so they don't have to exhaust really all their savings trying to make their mortgage payment each month. Let me show you what I was able to achieve for one of my clients before I let you go. Before I let you go away. Okay. Anyways, to know me is to know I can think of a song about anything that I'm talking about. But anyway, I will stick with my day job. I know that's what some of you guys are saying. Okay, so let me show you. Share my screen here. This modification that I was able to do for one of my clients. They had Chase Bank. I'm going to highlight here on the right-hand side. Their previous mortgage payment was $2,334.71. Their principal, interest, taxes, and insurance was an adjustable rate mortgage at 6.575%. And what's more importantly, right here, they were behind. I'm going to highlight up here, $83,495.60. This homeowner was behind $83,000. I came in, I modified their mortgage. First of all, I was able to get the bank to forgive, completely wipe out $132,270. $270.40. Okay, I was able to get them to lower it. I know on this front page it's 132, but they even adjusted it a little bit more. They added a few more dollars. Okay, and then I was able to get their mortgage payment down. I've highlighted here to $1,749.53. That included principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. And I took their adjustable rate mortgage from 6.575%. I took it down to 3.49% fixed. Never to go up, never to adjust. So look, I can show you better than I can tell you, and I showed you. So what more do you need? If you need help with your mortgage, if you are having and experiencing a financial hardship, you have got to call the hardest working woman in mortgage and real estate nationwide. You got to pick up the phone and dial 714-914-7254. I'm Lacy Robertson, the hardest working woman in mortgage and real estate nationwide. I look forward to working with you and for you. And until then, have a blessed day.